So they have adapted the first book so far into a movie. Oh, voice crack there. They have they have adapted. Oh my god. It's only like 9 o'clock in the morning. Like, I can't be going down this quickly. Hey there, creepy peeps. It is actually Creepy Book Club time again. I'm so surprised that I was able to do one this quickly after Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter. Lately, it's been taking me a while to finish books with work and school and other things. So I'm really happy that I get to do one this soon after my last one. So today we are going to be talking about The Circle. Now this is definitely something you would find in the young adult or like teen fiction section. And it's not, I wouldn't classify it as horror per se, but it does deal with a lot of dark themes, a lot of kind of scary themes when you think about it. So I thought it would be a good addition to my Creepy Book Club series. So if you would indulge me here, we will talk about this book. The book is actually originally a Swedish novel or series, and it has been translated. So obviously I have the English translation here because I can't read Swedish. And it is written by, forgive me for mispronouncing any of these names, Sarah B. Elfgren and Mats Strandberg, which I read somewhere. Elfgren is a screenwriter and Strandberg is a journalist, I believe, or the other way around. The Circle involves a group of girls who they're in high school and they're vastly different. They kind of like take on stereotypes, which I'll get into a little bit later, but they're vastly different. They don't hang out in high school and they're kind of pulled together by magic. They find out they're witches and there is some evil demonic happenings around their town of Engelsfors. It's Engelssfors. However you would pronounce that in Swedish is where they live. That's basically the plot, more or less. Seems kind of short considering how thick this book is, and it does have 2 more. I know the sequel is out. As far as the 3rd one, I don't know if it is available in English yet. But I think it's meant to be a trilogy. Oh, it is. The Engelsfors trilogy, book 1. Yep, it's meant to be a trilogy. Essentially, there is supposed to be a chosen one to defeat the demonic presence in the world. And basically there's like 7. The Circle is 7, and it starts off with the death of one of them, Elias. It starts off with him committing suicide, and that's kind of like the inciting incident that kind of sets all of this into motion and brings them together. Eventually, the 6 remaining girls. I really enjoyed it. There's a lot of characters going on here, and the authors do a really good job of establishing all of them so that you feel at least something for every single character. Like, obviously, they're all vastly different, and like I said earlier, they kind of take on high school stereotypes, so you're not going to relate to every single one. But there's basically somebody for everybody in this book. There's somebody to relate to, somebody's situation you can relate to. And they do a good job of establishing their characters and giving them situations, like real life situations that they have to deal with, on top of the fact that they are witches, and as a group they need to defeat evil demons. We have Ida, who is like the popular bitchy girl, Anna Karen, who is like a loner, bullied type of girl. She keeps to herself, and Ida is actually one of her tormentors. We have, again, I'm sorry if I mispronounce these names, Linnea, who is kind of, she would be like the emo, goth, punk rock, kind of, wears black, tough girl. We have Rebecca, who is kind of, I don't know how I'd peg her. She's kind of like the girl next door, kind of. I would peg her as that character. Manu, who is our nerdy, bookish, smart one, and who the hell am I missing? Vanessa, who is the party girl. I think that's all of them. Ida, Linnea, Anna Karen, Manu, Rebecca, Vanessa, and Elias, who I already told you dies in the beginning. Yeah, so that's all of our girls, and as you can tell, they are all vastly different. They don't hang out. One of the messages I took from this book is they have to, like, the girls have to essentially, like, put aside their petty, childish, high school way of thinking and come together to defeat this evil. Message sounds super cheesy, but I think it's something that, it's a message that can really translate no matter what day and age we are in. Just, you know, put aside your damn differences and work together towards a common beneficial end, which is essentially what I got from this book. The book is written from everyone's point of view, basically. It switches not every chapter, but there's like set like sections within each chapter. It'll switch POVs. So that's another really good tool the authors use to help you get to know each character, because there are a lot of them. So it could be very easy to, you know, put one or two characters in the spotlight and the rest of them kind of just be secondary characters. But by putting you in everybody's mind, you really get a chance to get to know them by the end of the book for sure. And it's so big too, it's so thick that like by halfway through you pretty much have every character figured out. And of course, since there are so many of them, there are things that happen to each one, or a couple, you know, like 2 or 3 of the girls that aren't happening to everybody else. So that saves them the trouble of having to explain it, or having a character having to explain it so that you can know what's going on. You just know what's going on. But the book does deal with a lot of dark themes. The way the demon kind of, the way he combats the witches without, because for the majority of the book you have no idea who like the bad guy is, and that's a majority of the book, is them trying to figure out who is trying to kill them all. And the way the villain does it, I won't ruin it, but the way the villain accomplishes this is by kind of getting in their head and controlling their thoughts almost. But the way they do it is kind of by power of suggestion. Like he plays on, the villain plays on their insecurities and their troubles at home or within themselves, and gets them to commit suicide, basically, or it appears as if they've committed suicide. All the characters have, you know, they have problems, they have drama that they have to deal with. So it's, I don't know, it makes it a little dark. There's also like themes of bullying with Anna Karen, and just death of, you know, young lives. So it has really dark themes, but it's not so dramatic that it's unbelievable. You know, I don't know if that makes any sense. I think some books, like, so much bad crap happens to a character that it's almost unrealistic. It's almost unbelievable that so much stuff can happen to one person. But maybe since they split it up amongst characters, maybe it's a little more believable that everyone could be going through something like that. So overall, I really, really enjoyed this book. It is quite a long read. It's about 600 pages. But it's not, it has a few slow moments where nothing's happening, but it all serves a purpose. Like, there's never any there's no superfluous fluff moments that don't need to be in the book. It all serves a purpose. And I don't know, I really enjoyed the book. Again, it's not horror per se, but I think the dark themes really gave it a place in my creepy book club. So I would definitely recommend this book to anyone who enjoys reading. The only reason you shouldn't read this book is if you don't like witches or demons, or if you don't like books from a female point of view, I guess. They have adapted this first book into a movie. I believe it is only in Swedish. It was released February 18th in Sweden by the name of Cirkeln. It's Cirkeln is the Swedish name for this. And fun fact that I discovered while doing some research on the movie, Benny Andersson of ABBA is actually a producer of the film, The Circle. I don't know, I just thought that was a weird little fun fact. I didn't know that he was into the movie scene. But yeah, anyways, so if I do discover a way to get this movie, because I really want to watch the movie, even if it's not in English, I don't care, I can handle the subtitles. I just really want to watch the movie. I will definitely leave the trailer below. Unfortunately, the trailer is all in Swedish and there aren't subtitles on the trailer, which, I mean, I'm sorry, I can't. If I could translate it, I would put subtitles on there myself. But I'll leave the trailer below, and if I find out a way to view this movie, whether it be through Amazon or something like that, I will also leave that below in case anybody is interested. As usual, I will write a longer review or discussion of The Circle, and it will be on my website at NightmareMaven.com, which I will link below for those of you that would like to read a longer review. And by chance, if anyone out there has read this book, please let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Also, if you have any suggestions for another creepy book, or just suggestions in general. If you have a movie you want me to watch, if you have like an idea for different kinds of videos you want to see on this channel, feel free to leave them below and I can make that happen. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you feel so inclined. And until next time, stay strange. Bye.